Hello, we're back to the Brierley drill grinder, and we're going to have a go at using the point splitting fixture, just because I've got one. I don't do it on a regular basis. Every drill size needs a precision holder. It's an inch diameter block, which is bored out for the correct size drill and then fits into the point splitting adapter and then gets locked in with a little grub screw. You can point split drills up to 3/4 of an inch, but clearly you'd have to have a heap of these bushings if you wanted to do lots of different sizes of drills. The good news is if you're doing radial relief on drills, this is a different attachment. This here is the radial relief attachment that fits into the chuck on the grinder. Okay, so we've got to fit the point splitting fixture onto the grinder. Just before we put that on the grinder, we'll just have a little look. The head articulates. There's a micrometer stop so you can set it, and you can set the angle of the head for left or right hand drills to different angles as well. The whole fixture bolts onto the grinder. Down here we have to swing the head out of the way. I've got the rear steady engaging the drill. I'm just going to push the drill with the rear steady along the setting finger, nip it, not crazy. Yeah, my finger goes in and out. Green dot, right hand drill. Green dot on the chuck, right hand drill. Out, unlock the head, hit the loud button, bring the stone in, kiss it off. Okay, there's our 130 degree point right there. Yeah, ha ha ha. One thing that has annoyed me over time was that the 0 to sort of 2 mark often fouled on the leading edge there. So anyway, I've just ground the sucker off, see if it locates more easily with the drill. It's not a big issue, but it's just occasionally it's like a chew on, which I could do without. Taking the corner off that finger, that's sitting better now. I'm just not engaging the full lip like I normally would. I'm just sort of sitting over it a bit. See if I can just reduce the chisel angle. Right, drill ground to 130 degrees. We've blued it up. We've blued it with Dicam. And what we are aiming to do is to take this edge here and this edge here back and split this point here. Right, first things first, we'll swing the head out of the way. You should ideally have a point angle ground of 130 to 140 degrees. I'm going to take off the setting gauge because it'll get in the way in a minute. And usually when I'm grinding, I've got the suction attachment on this, but as soon as I turn that on, you won't hear a thing. So we'll go without today. There we go. Just make sure the grit doesn't go down the thread hole there. We'll just put a cover on to keep the grit out. Actually, I'll do that in a minute. Great. I've got 4 fitting holes on this, but if I set it on the second 2, I have to move my head right out the way. Okay, so we're going to use the second 2. Bolt this down. Imperial cap screws as ever. Hang on. Feels nasty. Right, we'll give them a bit of a better clean. Hang on. This is just a dentist's water delivery system. Pressurise that up. I've got brake cleaner in it. There you go. Clean those out. Get the old brake cleaner going on. I don't generally have much oil on this. So that's just a really thin oil. A little bit of instrument oil, that. Okay. Just back this stone out, take it out of the way. Okay, don't want to crash. Cover up as much as I can of the machine. Actually, I'm not going to be using that part of the machine, am I? Stone wants to come in so that it's 1/8 of an inch away from the bottom of the boss down here. Right, I've brought you round. Wheel goes in and out. And what we're looking for is right down here for the wheel to be about 1/8 of an inch off the corner of the splitting attachment. That's about 1/8 of an inch there. So I'm going to bring the stone forwards until we're about just about there. Alright, so we're 1/8 of an inch off now. Near as. It's tight though, isn't it? Alright, so we've got a 7/16 drill. That goes into 7/16 bushing. Then we're going to fit the bushing so it gives good support to the drill, but it's not protruding so far that it's going to hit the stone and get ground to pieces. We're in. Okay, taking the drill out. There's my chisel edge, the light line. So I'm going to set it in the holder so that it's this side by 6 degrees from the vertical. Yeah, that's more than 6 degrees, so I'll fiddle that. So after a bit of fiddling, that is giving me a good reproducible stop there with the tip just tilted over slightly, and I won't be able to show you the tip from this angle. I'll try. Alright, so we're in the holder, we're going to come round and you can see a chisel edge sitting off the vertical, indexed nicely by the two fingers there. Okay, so this will give you a view of the point of the drill as we're working. The head's kinked off 10 degrees this way for right hand drills. Our chisel edge is pointing 6 degrees over this way. Now I'm going to line the stone up. The feed in this direction is on fine feed, so I should be able to just do micro adjustments of that. Yes, I can. So now we're indexed. And I can use the micrometer at the bottom just to sit the head into it as we need to. Alrighties, I'm holding the drill on the stops. I'm firing up the machine. And I'm just feeding in on this face off the micrometer. A little at a time. Feed the drill out, feed the drill in, give it another 2 thousandths, pick another face, so we'll feed the wheel in with the traverse screw. Alright, slowly catch a multi, I think. Touch more in feed. Okay, we've snuck up on that. It is very sensitive. Grinding to get those 4 faces to come together at the true centre. We might have just overdone that a little bit. I would use the blue because I can see better off where I am, where I've been. I'm sure that'll drill. I'm not going to try and do that again. It feels sharp as hell, actually. It's very sensitive. The micrometer stop, I was working in thousandths there, just to slowly come into that. With practice, you'd get it better. It is a sophisticated machine. In reality, would I want to do that every time? No. Yeah. Okay, so I blued it up again. Didn't change any of the settings. And just put it through again. It's hit exactly the same point, so the jig gets it to the same place. I think that's pretty impressive because that is fiddly fine. we're coming together pretty much on centre. You know, I've had 2 goes to get this right. But yeah, it's pretty. Right, Shed Guy says thank you and out.